Okay, so if you're a creative person like me and you love to explore a lot of different ways of expressing your creativity, whether you're a visual artist, a performance artist, a writer, a poet, and whatever your form of expression is, you have this creativity inside of you that just needs to get out. And maybe you're flowing with it, and maybe it's cool and you're rocking it, and that's amazing, right? And maybe you're stuck. Maybe you're feeling like I don't have time for this, or I don't know where to begin, or I don't know what medium to use, or I just feel like I'm not good enough, judgment, doubt, it just shuts down. I think all creative people really go through this, and it's important to have resources to be able to move through these waves that we go through, this self-doubt, this judgment, this sort of like, how do I even begin? So today I have 2 books to share that will help you with this. The first one is The Right to Write by Julia Cameron. So this is for writers specifically. Poets, you are definitely included. This book is amazing. It really helps you just give yourself permission to write, to just get unstuck, to write badly, to write well, to write about different topics, to write in different formats. I mean, my preferred current method of writing right now, the way I like to express myself is through poetry. But this doesn't say the right to be a poet, it says the right to write. And she just has you go through these different exercises and different mindsets that really just help break you open. And so even if it's not like write a poem about X, Y, Z, it's write something else, write a story, write about a character, write this, or, write this little snippet. It just gets that creative, juice flowing. So examples of some chapter titles are Let Yourself Write, Let Yourself Listen, Being an Open Channel, The Bad Writing, This Writing Life. I mean, these are great. I mean, these are all the chapters that are in here. And I would love to write, but, she just helps you go through all of the different things that writers face, because she knows it well. She's a writer. She's written in all these different genres, and she's just this really amazing creative person who just gives permission to other people through her books to be able to do the same for themselves. So I highly recommend The Right to Write by Julia Cameron if you are in fact a writer and that is your preferred mode of expression. The second book is actually also by Julia Cameron, and it is The Artist's Way, which I don't currently have with me in physical form. I did have it, and I let it go to somebody else who could then use it, although that's the kind of book that I'd probably buy again and go through the workbook again. And The Artist's Way is very similar. It is about how to be an artist, how to get that creative juice flowing. It's more geared towards just all kinds of artists. So if you're a writer, you can still use that book. I liked The Right to Write, this one specifically for writers, personally. But they're both really great for just creative types in general, because sometimes even if you tend to express yourself through one kind of mode, it's really good to be able to include other vehicles of expression in your world, I guess, in your way of expressing yourself. So maybe you want to, just dance and that will help you write a bit better. Or maybe you do a sculpture, and that's going to help you paint, or, whatever the thing may be for you, because it's really about permission. It's really about letting that inspired voice to come through you. And you might have a preferred medium, right? But if you just allow it to come through in any medium, it's going to inform other mediums. So these books, both by Julia Cameron today, are really good at just breaking those walls open and giving you mindsets and permission and comfort and specific exercises to move through any of the blocks that you might be having. And so I remember from doing The Artist's Way years ago that this sort of became a worldwide phenomenon where people would meet in groups and go through the chapters together. And so you can absolutely feel free to do that if you haven't already, or do it again if you need to. You can work through the workbook by yourself. You can do it as a group with friends. You can do it through Zoom, or like on online video conferencing. So that way you don't feel so alone, if that's helpful to you. You could also do the same thing with The Right to Write, actually, because there's exercises in this. You can read a chapter at a time, kind of like a book club, for writers, because so many people say that writing is a lonely art form, and sometimes it's really nice to have that connection with other people and be able to riff ideas off each other and just have that support, whether it's accountability buddy or whether it's like I wrote this thing, you know, and I just want to share it with you. It's terrible, but I'm just going to practice sharing terrible writing so that I can get to the good stuff. Or, you know, you've written something amazing and you want to share that too and celebrate that with someone. So both of these are, I think, very good resources for the creative inside of you that wants to come out and just needs a little bit of help. So if you want to buy these books, links are below. Please consider buying through the link below to support this channel, as well as independent bookstores everywhere through bookshop.org. Happy writing, happy arting, I just made up that word, and happy creating in whatever form is best for your soul. Until next time, bye.